Well, hi, good morning. Thanks for joining me here in my shop. It's June 5th now, and this is not what I set out to do this morning. This morning I had a different record player on my bench, and I was going to be installing this new cartridge in it. And it only took a moment to find out this cartridge won't fit. It's actually too wide for the tone arm, for the head shell in this record player. So I decided instead to pull this record player out and check it out and fix it up. This is a cast off from someone local here whose choice was throw it in the garbage or give it to somebody, and they gave it to me. So it's a Sony record player. It's nothing terribly special. A turntable, I should say. The hinges on the top are missing. That's quite common, but at least it has the top. That's better to have the top than to not have it at all. So interesting looking turntable. Excuse me. Direct drive. It's kind of interesting. Has a feature here for judging the speed. Pitch control here. 2-speeder, 33 and 45. It's a nice basic record player. PS-T22. Pretty dirty. Looks like it's been used a fair bit. This is that's the on-off switch. So the way you work this is you would put this in the up position. Is it up? That's it. Oh, it doesn't stick. That's a little odd. How are you supposed to manage this? I guess they want you to put this on the record yourself. When it gets to the end, it will automatically come back, and I guess it just shuts itself off. I'm guessing it just plays one side and then shuts off. This looks like anti-skate, but it might be the adjustment here for the weight. The needle's missing in the cartridge because I pulled it out, and I wish I could find it and show it to you. The needle is truly missing. The actual diamond needle, and it's just gone right off the arm. It's who knows what happened to it. Too bad I don't have it. I have a potential replacement here, but I don't think it's the right type at all. But because I couldn't put this cartridge in the other record player, I'll put it in this one. This is a magnetic cartridge, fairly good. Again, nothing really special. You know what? I think this will come off. Yeah. Well, that's nice. I like that. So it's the R25XT. R25XT. Well, it's definitely not made for this cartridge, but it goes in. That's interesting. Maybe I should try this with its own cartridge on it before I replace it. Even though that needle's not, doesn't look like it's the right thing. Maybe it's going to allow us to at least check this thing out. Okay, that's interesting. Let's plug it in. It's interesting that I happen to have something I can fit in there. Okay, so this is got a bit of a locking spot there. I'll just put it loose like this. Weight's okay. Interesting how they've built this. Not sure if that's just a show or or if that's a really functional type thing. I better put a record on there. So as it turns out, I've discovered, well, yeah, a few days ago, I said to myself, what are the chances I have a record that's never been copyrighted, that I could play, and it's not copyrighted? And look at this. I think I have one by a band called the Tenants. Visions of Our Future. Well, unfortunately, the future was they didn't do another record. There was no future for the Tenants. Check it out there. So I think this is copyright free. Not that we're going to hear anything right now. I just want to make sure that Well, I want to see if this record player will work. So we're plugged in. Power's on. Not sure. Oh, speed here up for 33. So that's 33. Reject. So this would be to quit the record while it's playing. If you push that, then I guess the toner will come up. Here we go. Okay, there we are. Oh. Okay, so I guess swinging the arm over here earlier is convinced the record player there's no record. We don't want that. We want it to work. Well, I've got to plug in the sound side of this thing. We'll see what we can hear. It's doing something. Let's see if it'll... Oh! That's a lot of sound coming out of that. Who needs an amplifier? Okay, we'll just let it see if it'll pick up and stop. Speed adjustment is working. You can see the strobe here. Excellent. Very nice. Well, that's fantastic. Let's find out if this needle has done the trick here. If it sounds halfway decent, then, oh, and we'll take a look at the... Okay, it's going to take me a moment to get this set up hum free so we can listen to it. Especially, I'm guessing this is also a magnetic cartridge here. Hey, it's good. Okay, let's give this a go here. This is being fed straight into my microphone system you're listening to me through. So I'm going to raise the level on the cartridge. Ooh, this is not the best. There's nothing there. Maybe that's because of this. Nothing. Nothing. I don't hear anything at all. I just hear it through microphones here, but let me cut my microphone through off. Something's not right. Now, it could be that maybe this needle's not making any contact inside the cartridge. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I don't have it plugged in properly. Yes, I do. There it is. Plugged in. Yeah. Okay, let me just check my wiring here a little bit. Yep, there's no problem there. Well, how come nothing came out? Nothing at all came out. Let me put a little noise into the cartridge here. Sounds like mono to me. Let's try that. Okay. Sounds like stereo to me. Now I'm going to try to inject the same finger sound right into the wire at the back of the cartridge here. Nothing coming out. So there's not a connection. Okay, now there could be a switch. I don't think there is, but there could be. Yeah. Okay, could be bad contact in the head shell. Okay. try to touch the contacts in here. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. Okay, let's spin this out again. Something not right here. There isn't any kind of switch. It's just a little odd that that this wouldn't work at this point. Look at these cords just a little closer. Oh, let me turn it down here. So I'm looking for some really gross damage of some sort. It's nothing. We got to look underneath here and see what we can see about what's going on. Oh, I thought it was home free. Throw on a new cartridge. Bingo, all done. Let's lock that in there. If I turn this right over, it's going to sit on this. It's not so good to turn it right over like that. Okay, I need to take some. I need to get something here. Okay, this is just an ordinary shelf thing, you know, put your Campbell's soup cans on. Yeah, it's a little big for me now. I usually use a much smaller one. Okay, what do we got happening here? The screw is lifted. Looks like all these got to come off. Okay, what's this little trap door here? Trap door for what? This is a little odd too, isn't it? Yeah, that looks like one of those things where after they got the whole thing designed, started making a prototype, somebody discovered that, oh my gosh, the clearance here doesn't work. Well, we'll just have to cut a hole in the bottom and let the thing stick through. Same with this guy. Okay, I'll get the bottom off and see what's in there. There we go. Okie dokie. These connections have been made through a wire wrap tool. There's a whole bunch of wire running on top of this board. What is going on there? But that's not what we're really after. We want to follow excuse me, the audio cord in. It's coming around. Appears to be connected here. Is that right? I got the right cord? No, that's the power cord. Wrong cord. Here's the audio cord. Oh! These wires are all cut. What? What has happened here? Okay, let's get Mr. Close-Up Camera going, because there's some weird stuff under here. Okay. So here's an example of the wire wrap. was very popular for a short period of time. I don't think that's soldered. It's just wrap. More of it over here. I would have to think, oh, that looks soldered. I would have to think these are unreliable. Oh, they've been soldered. They're pretty good. Here's a bunch more here. They sort of look soldered. They look like solders in the wire, but never made it onto the... let me move some of these. But they're probably okay. Probably okay. Now, here's where the real action is. So here's the... underneath this plate. I think I can take this plate off. It's a pretty weird plate. And there they are, all cut. Like... I was thinking, oh, this is great. I won't have to fill around with any little tiny thin wires because these are monstrous. So how did that happen? How did... oh, jeez. How could that happen? How could that happen here? The green one, it's broken in one spot, but it's got a chop in another spot. I mean, it's obvious that you could be suspicious that this plate did it, but how does that happen? How does that cut? It's definitely sharp edged. What about this one down here? You know, it's not a knife. Well, that's a pretty strange thing. It really is. All of them are cut. All of them are cut. Every one of them. Somebody got something caught on them and then yanked it? What is there to get caught? That's a head scratcher. That's a real, I mean... they're not all cut in the same area like these. The red, white, and blue one are cut way up here, and these ones are broken down here. And well, it looks like the white one doesn't have enough wire to make it all the way back to where the black one is. Like there's a whole piece missing. Like there's a whole piece of wire, a whole section cut out of here. Let me just check that. I mean, it sure looks that way. I can't imagine how you're going to get this white wire. Well, it would be really, really tight if it could make it there. Well, I mean, the solution here is obvious. Just reconnect all those wires. You know, they're just under some tape here. You'd think if you tugged on them, you would pull them under the tape for sure. I just have no explanation for why it would be like that. Somebody was frustrated and got in here with their cutters and cut it, and then what, put the bottom back on and put it all away. That's weird. That's really, really weird. Okay, let's see what we can do about these wires now. I've just spent a little bit of time outside in the beautiful weather cleaning this thing. So if I flipped it over, you'd be impressed. Looks pretty good now. So taking this off so I can get at that screw, so I can lift this plate out of here. It's just a cover, a non-conductive cover, as much as it looks like aluminum. You'd swear it's aluminum, but it's a cover plate for this. I'll get a better look at the situation here. Where has all the wire gone? Those green and blue ones, they're clearly long enough. What about the rest of them? Maybe they fell in, fell down? No. So, how do you explain that? A chunk is missing. Like, did a mouse come in here and eat these? Well, it's not impossible. There's openings into the bottom here. It's not impossible. Well, these are not long enough. These ones here, they're just not long enough. So you want these to be as flexible as possible so they don't interfere with the operation of the toner, but I think I can probably bring some new wires, maybe from here, bring over all new stiff, larger diameter wires. And why would I do that? Well, I have to do it for these short ones. I have to bring more wire over, and I don't have this kind of light wire here. It's very hard to work with anyway. I bring over larger diameter wires where I need to, and then yeah, this is not easy. There's not much wire left down here. But even if I had stiff wires right to here, and so these wires were fixed in place right here, they'd still be flexible. I'm sure it wouldn't cause a problem. Okay. Well, I can actually say good morning again because it's June 6th. And I finished installing a new jumper here and attaching the wires. Let's take a close look at my marvelous work here. Oh, camera, please. Come on. Okay, it must be fixed focus. So there we are on the back. And this is what those fragile wires, these are as fragile as they come. And that's about the best I could do there. Certainly not factory quality work, but it should do the trick. Now, the next thing I have to do is either I put this back in now with the what I believe is an incorrect needle. Close, but I have no idea if that would work. But that's at least enough to see if the wires have connected and if everything's happening correctly with that respect. I think I'm going to put the bottom back on here to protect this. Okay, I got the output of the record player, the hopeful output of the record player. Wow, is that ever dusty? How did they get so dusty? Better there. Output of the record player is into my microphone mixer, so we should hear it through to basically the sound system that I use to record these videos. Not expecting good sound, just want to hear sound out of both channels. Okay, turning up the volume here. Bit of a hum. Yeah, I did not put the ground wire on here yet. I left that fifth wire off, so we'll just ignore the buzz. Here we go. What do we get? Oh, hey, sounds like stereo to me. Okay, one channel, the other. Sound quality's terrible. Put this cartridge on. Yeah, what happens when you put the wrong needle on a cartridge? That's what happens. Okay, but the good news is the wires are conducting, so I'm going to put this other cartridge on there, and we should be good to go. Okay, we'll do the balancing here. Okay, so pull this off. Underneath here I can feel a little bump sticking out. And when I look inside here, I can see kind of rifling in there. So the idea is the channels inside here are supposed to engage with the little bump. So to find that, there it goes. There we are. Okay, so now the 0 point was about there. Let's see. Yeah, so it's not quite. There we are. So it's floating now. So we'll set the wheel to 0. Now we'll dial on. That's 2 grams there. Oh, that's gone the wrong way. That's 0.5. That's 1 gram. It's 1.5. Okay, we'll try 1.5 grams. Give it the feels pretty good. This is probably anti-skate here, and probably what you do is you set it to match the setting up here. So we'll set this to 1.5 grams. Okay, we're ready to hear what this sounds like now. Okay, I apologize for the buzz that was on parts of the previous parts of the video, because I just left the volume up the whole time I was doing that. Oh, must be all kinds of weird stuff. We're balanced. We're ready. I have a little bit of volume on. I have no power coming here. Let's try this again. Still having to put the ground on. No damping in that. There we go. Okay, let's give it a go. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, quite happy with that. Fantastic, in fact. Yeah, 2 thumbs up. Great. Okay, what's next? Thanks for watching the work on this record player, and see you on another video. See ya.